I know that there's a lot of people that say that you can't have kids, family and a career and do all the things that you want to do, but actually my kids were the drive to make this work. I wanted to be able to prioritize them and my work. I'm Rana Begum, I'm a visual artist and I live and work in London. I grew up partly in Bangladesh and partly in the UK in Hertfordshire. In Bangladesh, I grew up on a farm in the countryside. I remember spending a lot of time staring at the water or the rice field and just seeing the kind of the movement in the rain. I just remember being mesmerized by the effect of light on surfaces, and those bits and pieces of memories stuck with me and still influence my work. I collaborated with the architect Peter Cully on this project. He spent a lot of time observing me and my children, but also observing how my team and I work. He recognized how much I needed to see the impact of light. The site consists of two buildings and the building is connected via a bridge. And so when you come in, you're kind of walking underneath one of the building, and as you go through the red door, it splits. So you either go straight to the studio or you go upstairs to the flat. The level change, you can see that it's dropped down, then it goes up again to allow some skylight for some natural light to come through. And it's so important for my work, and you can see the difference it makes. So this is without any artificial light. And you can see how the orange impacts the pink, and the pink just glows. It took us 10 years from buying to planning to demolition to building and then moving in. I wanted this to be a home, but at the same time, a space that gave you room to think. This is one of my favourite artworks, which is by Tess Duray, an artist that I assisted for about 5 years. She's like my mentor. This wall was built to house the painting. I wanted this to be kind of the main thing in the house, if you like. The kitchen is designed so that the kids can cook as well. They love cooking, and that's something that we do together. I'm quite short, so the main thing had to be that everything needed to be accessible. And when the leaves fall, I wanted to kind of keep a bit of that green in the space. So this is one of the reasons why we chose the terrazzo. The way Peter's designed some of the skylights, I just love the way that the light just kind of comes into the space and you get this kind of soft curve. On this side of the bookshelf is my private studio. I wanted something that allowed me to kind of separate the space and not block the view either. So Steve, my partner, who's a structural engineer, has designed this beautiful bookshelf with leftover stone from a building. Having a separate studio from the main studio has been really helpful. There are moments where I want my own space and I want to be able to kind of work on things that doesn't get in the way of the team doing stuff. I love actually in the morning when I get a chance to sit here and do my watercolours and have this view with the light kind of coming in. Peter and I spent a long time thinking about how the light changes in the space, because initially it was meant to be kind of a light grey stairs. But having lived here and seen how it feels with the different season and the different kind of light, it needed something warm, and we settled on this pink, which I felt just works beautifully with the light. I still love this, the difference in the scale of the space. The living room, the kitchen feels more open and you can have more people and friends and family over, whereas the bedrooms feel really cozy and intimate. I've been slowly building furniture in the flat, and this is the last wardrobe I have to build, and I've just finished building it, but I haven't quite decided on the handles. I have just come up with this idea of this tape until I've made a decision on my handles. But I'm going to go for something that's quite minimal. I love waking up naturally to the morning light, but the kids, they were desperate to have some curtains. So I got a quote and it was absolutely ridiculous. I think they were like £2,000 each or something, or £3,000. And I thought, there is no way I'm spending that money on curtains. So I just went into this shop in Hackney and they sell felt with this kind of rough edge. I just love it, and it's just really soft. And actually the cats haven't attacked these at all. This is the bathroom. It's made up of reflector tiles, a material that you see out there in the street. This is a material that I use a lot in my work. The plastic facing means that it's refracting light. It just really changes depending on the time of the day. I really wanted one of the terrace to be representative as an Islamic garden. I love the fact that we've got this pomegranate tree, and we've actually had one pomegranate, which I really hoped the squirrels hadn't seen it. They'd eaten it, the whole thing, not a single pip left. You can see the Shard. There's the church, Clissold, Finsbury Park, and the sunset is just absolutely spectacular. You know, when you're living and working in this building, you feel the seasons are very much part of your life. It doesn't feel like we're living in London. I love how close we are to nature.